Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we make sense of the messy world of corporate finance. And let's just say BridgeBio Pharma Inc. has some interesting numbers to unpack in their latest filing. Prepare for some financial fireworks. Before we dive in, if you love getting clear, easy to understand insights from SEC filings, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. And for exclusive content and to join a community of savvy investors, check out our Discord server linked in the description below. Alright, let's get straight into it. BridgeBio Pharma Inc. just dropped a report giving us a peek at their financial snapshot for the end of last year, specifically the 31st of December 2025. Now, what is the big news here? Scroll BridgeBio Pharma Inc. Scroll, they are telling us they had a pretty healthy chunk of change in their piggy bank. We are talking an estimated cash equivalents, and marketable securities hovering around a cool $587.5 million. That is a solid amount of breathing room for a company in the pharma space, especially one focused on developing new medicines. But it is not just about cash on hand. They also gave us a glimpse of their product sales. For the last 3 months of the year, the quarter ending the 31st of December 2025, they brought in an estimated $146.0 million in net product revenue. And looking at the entire year, from the 1st of January through the 31st of December of 2025, those net product revenues climbed to a substantial $362.4 million. These are preliminary numbers, mind you, and they are still undergoing their official audit. So there could be some minor tweaks, but even as estimates, they give us a good indication of the company's commercial performance. This entire update comes as part of their regular reporting to the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. It is a way for publicly traded companies to keep investors informed about significant events and financial health. They are essentially saying, hey world, here is where we stand. Scroll the NASDAQ Global Select Market. Scroll remember, BridgeBio Pharma Inc. Trading under the ticker symbol BBO on the NASDAQ Global Select Market is in the business of developing therapies for genetic diseases. This kind of cash and revenue is crucial for funding their extensive research and development efforts, which are, as you can imagine, incredibly expensive. They are not just selling pills off the shelf, they are trying to create innovative treatments for some pretty challenging conditions. When we look at these numbers, especially the cash reserve, it suggests they have the financial muscle to continue their clinical trials, potentially acquire new promising drug candidates, and navigate the long and often uncertain path to getting new medicines approved in the United States and elsewhere. This specific report from the 12th of January 2026 really highlights a couple of key areas. They're giving us a quick look at their financial situation and also sharing some business updates. This includes a presentation they gave at the 44th Annual JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. These conferences are huge events where companies showcase their progress and future plans to investors and industry leaders. Scroll Exhibit 99.2 Scroll. The presentation slides from that conference are also part of this filing, filed as Exhibit 99.2. Think of it as a visual summary of their strategy and achievements. It is where they likely discuss their pipeline, upcoming milestones, and their vision for growth. This is where you might find more detailed information about specific drug programs like BBP 418, infigratinib, Encaled, and BBP 812, which are all part of their complex development efforts. What really stands out here is that BridgeBio Pharma is not just reporting numbers, they are signaling confidence. The amounts of cash and revenue reported suggest a stable foundation. This is vital for a company whose products are often years away from full market approval and widespread sales. They need substantial capital to fuel that journey. Of course, like any company in this space, they have included their standard forward-looking statements section. This is important. It is essentially a disclaimer that while they believe their plans and projections are reasonable, actual results could be very different. They are warning us about the inherent risks and uncertainties in drug development, regulatory approvals, competition, and even broader economic factors. They are telling us things could change due to things like ongoing clinical trial data, unexpected regulatory hurdles, or even global events like the situations in Ukraine and Israel, and the Gaza Strip affecting markets. It is a necessary part of transparency in the corporate world. Now, let's put on our investor hats and look at this critically. BridgeBio Pharma Inc. is presenting a picture of financial health and forward momentum. They have a significant cash balance, which suggests they are not facing immediate financial distress and can fund their operations and research for some time. The reported revenues, though preliminary, indicate that some of their products are indeed reaching the market and generating sales, which is a crucial step for any biopharmaceutical company. However, the pharma industry is a marathon, not a sprint. While strong cash reserves and current revenues are positive, The ultimate success of BridgeBio will hinge on the continued progress and eventual approval of their pipeline of drugs. The forward-looking statements are a stark reminder that the path ahead is fraught with potential challenges. We need to keep a close eye on their clinical trial results, their interactions with regulatory bodies like the FDA, and their ability to effectively compete in a dynamic market. The risks mentioned, from clinical trial outcomes to macroeconomic conditions, are not to be brushed aside. In conclusion, BridgeBio Pharma Inc. appears to be on a solid footing financially at the moment, with substantial cash and growing revenue streams. This provides a good platform for their ambitious goals. But as is always the case in biotech, the real story will unfold in the clinic and with regulatory approvals. Their ability to successfully navigate these future hurdles will determine their long-term success, not just these quarterly estimates. Alright, that is our quick decode of BridgeBio Pharma Inc. Its latest update. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.